In this demo, we'll be looking at a function called host, which is available within the Power Apps product suite, and how it can be used by the system admin or the app admin and app makers when they wanted to troubleshoot users' issues when they access the Power Apps. Most of these functions are built in, and it's very easy to create this app, and we will take a look at how it could be used in a real scenario when the admin wants to troubleshoot an issue with the Power Apps by the end user. We have be heading over to the Power Apps screen here, and as you can see, this is a simple Canvas app. And if I play that, what this app does is it collects certain details like the browser information, operating system detail, the session ID, the tenant ID, the version of the Windows on which the Power App Studio runs, and the offline status of this particular session. Now, when a user complains about the app's issues or it's not loading and they have some problems, you would want to get some basic details about the user's operating system, the machine's browser status, and stuff like that. That would probably be one of your troubleshooting part, besides getting into the code itself. But we'll keep the scope to the details that's listed here. What we would also do is we would ask them to go ahead and click on this settings wheel and then look into the session ID and ask them to copy paste these stuffs and details for the admin to troubleshoot as well. But using this inbuilt function is pretty easier for the user to just open this app and then collect this detail and then by the click of a button send those details to the admin. Now, before we do this email transaction, we would want to see how this function is utilized. These are all individual labels, and with every of these label, what I'm trying to do here is just listing out the host.os type. Now, where is this host function available? It's available out here under the app section here. And it's a built-in one that comes with the product. So all you have to do is create a label and call those functions after the host. For example, if I have to create a similar one just for the purpose of this demo, you create a label, and out here, what you would do is you would go and click on host, and with a dot, you would have all these details listed. The moment you select any of these things, you would get those details listed here. And of course, my background is black, so I would need to change the font color to white, and you would get those details. And that's exactly what is listed here as a tenant ID over here. Now, for the user, they don't need to do any of these things. This is more for people who want to build this app. It's pretty easier. You have to create, 4 to 5 labels and then call those functions, which is available within host dot and then whatever you wanted to list out. Now, this is a text input where I'm collecting all this detail because when the user access the app, they would just see all this detail, and then they just need to send this detail in an email to the admin. They don't want to take a snapshot. Of course, they can, but to save time, I'm using a text label and collecting all this info. And by a click of a button, which is again going to use the Power Automate flow at the back end, and it would send the email to the admin and with a notification as well. Now, if I click on the Outlook, I should have received that email by collecting those information that's in the label. Now it's very slick, very easy, very simple. The all the user have to do is just access this app and click on this button, and the details would go to the admin. I'm actually not even using a Power Automate flow here for triggering this email. I'm pretty much using the O65 connector by collecting all those, the label details and sending it. So here is the sample code, just in case you wanted to know. Just collecting that in a label, which is text input, sorry, and then sending it to that particular admin email ID. It could be a team ID or group ID. You can just fill that in and then sending a notification. So it's a very sleek app, not consuming any resources at all. You don't need to even have a Power Platform Premium license at all. So make use of it if you think this is valuable. And of course, the users can always come here, click on those details, and copy paste that for the admin. But I thought this was pretty easy for users who are not really technically capable of going here and finding all those detail and it's manual work. They just need to come just click on this app, play this app, and then click on this button, and the email is sent out with all those details, which is probably relevant in some cases when you wanted to troubleshoot the user experiences. That's all for this demo. Thank you for watching it.